Right, can you see my screen? Can you see the presentation? You can. Okay, great. Perfect. Okay, I'll get started then. Right, so this incredible device, which I'll show on camera as well. This is the AHA Halo. And this is one of the new companies that was set up by the CEO, John White. He set it up this year. AHA Halo is relatively new. I think it came out, was it in March? I think it was in March this year. So it's quite a new device. However, the engineer, John White is an engineer, and also his team of experts, of engineers, have been working on these kind of devices for 20 years. So they have a lot of experience, and they have come up with this incredible magic machine as well as many other magic machines, which you will be experienced with if you have Spooky2 or any of the other sister companies like the Microgen, the Huawei, or if you have MyRemate, Matt, or the other MyRemate tools, then you will know that they work very, very effectively. So the benefit of having mobile devices like this one, or if you have any of the other mobile devices from the other companies, is that you can take this on the go and have healing on the go. Okay, so you get on-demand support anytime, anywhere with this AHA Halo. So we're going to go over what it is, why use it, the Halo versus the Spooky Scalar, given that they're both scalar devices. So we will talk about that. We're going to talk about how I'm actually going to show you a video of proof that it works, because it doesn't give out any sensory information. So it's hard for people to know if it's working or not. So I want to show you how you can determine and see for yourself that it does work. I'm also going to go over the programs, just give you an overview of them. We can't go in every single one in detail. There isn't enough time, given that there are over 100, but I will definitely give you an overview and just give you some details of the ones that I think are relevant. Then I'll also talk about examples of effectiveness from my own experience, how to set it up, how to set up the AHA Halo, some top tips for daily use, and I'll give you a live demo of using it as well. So what is an AHA Halo? It is a well-being device using scalar energy. Scalar energy is an energy field that is produced, and this field is about 3 foot wide in all directions. That's 3 foot minimum, but I have heard Echo, who is the other CEO, say that it goes up to 20 foot. But it is at least 3 foot wide, and it's within that 3 foot radius that you get the best intensity of the frequency for your healing. It's non-invasive, designed for daily use. It supports the mind, body, and soul. So it has programs in all of those categories. It has more than 100 programs, and there are always new interesting programs being added to the database. And any programs that are revised and replaced are replaced with better programs in that same category. And it's lightweight, it's portable, it's easy to carry, and it's got available accessories that you can buy. And it also has really good battery life. So why would you use it? Because it helps you with all of these things. So I've taken this off the AHA Halo website. So it helps you with physical health, enhancing energy levels, promoting improved circulation, alleviating pain, inflammation, arthritis. Obviously, it depends what programs you're running. But if you run programs for these things, so if you're running something for physical health and you run, say, the inflammation program, because there is a program called inflammation, then you should benefit from the frequencies that it gives you to target that particular condition or that particular area. And it's the same for mental and emotional wellness, and also if you want to do any spiritual healing, then it's the same for that too. So it helps with all of these areas. I did add at the bottom that it enhances spiritual connection because it's got programs like Kundalini, things that can help you with the different waves, delta waves, alpha waves, solfeggio frequencies, those sorts of frequencies that can help you to feel more centered, grounded, and help your spiritual connection. It also helps your emotional wellness because it helps enhance mental clarity, focus, concentration, and memory retention. It can reduce migraines, stress, symptoms of depression. I really enjoy reading the comments that I see on Facebook in the Facebook group and in the forum as well. But it's just amazing to hear everyone's experiences. And there's literally a new testimonial like every day, at least one or two every day, which is super interesting. I love reading which programs have helped particular people. And I always think that is great, even with Spooky2 as well. I always try to encourage when I see a comment that something's worked for somebody, I always ask them if they can share the details of what programs they're using, how often they've used it, like any other details that can help someone to replicate that success that they've had is so helpful. Like if you were looking from the outside and you saw that success story, what would you need to know to replicate it? So I was, really encourage people to keep sharing success stories, just like I'll be sharing in this presentation today as well. And I've done many times in the groups as well. So here we can see, I'm going to show you a video of how you can see that it's working, because a radio can pick up and convert the frequencies into sound. So let's watch that now. Just let me know, can you hear that sound? Can you hear some white noise there? You can't hear it? Oh no. Okay, well, I don't know how to make you hear it if you can't hear it. I can hear it. Maybe if I just put the volume louder, would that work? This is actually in the Facebook group. So if you want to go and find this video, you can find it in the Facebook Aha Harmony group. This is posted by Aha Halo itself. So you can find this video there. If you can't hear it right now, the point of this video was to show you that when the programs are changed on the device, then the radio responds. So because it's inaudible, the frequencies on the device are inaudible. But when you hold it next to an old radio that has this, analog system, then the frequencies can be converted into sound. So you can hear them audibly change. And I just thought this was such a great way to see that it's working and that there's something coming out of it, because like I said, there's no sensory information otherwise. Can you hear that? Okay, well, I'd advise you to go into the Facebook group to find this video because it's there and it looks like this, posted by Aha Halo. I think it was posted, it won't take you too long to find it because like I said, this device has not been around for a long time. So if you scroll down, look for post by Aha Halo and you will find the video. There must be a way that you can find it faster, like just looking through media or videos or something. But yes, it's there. Probably posted around 1 or 2 months ago, not more recent than that. So go back at least 1 month and then scroll down from there. Okay, so sorry I can't help you to hear that, but it's very loud on my end. I can hear it. It's really loud and you can hear the frequencies change as the programs are changed on the device. And it synchronizes, so it correlates with the change of the program. Okay, let's go on to the next bit. So what software requirements do you need to have to use this? It's a free software and it runs on both the Mac and the Windows versions 10 and 11. So you need an operating system of Windows 10 or newer than that. And there's a Mac details that you need as well. You need free memory of 512 megabytes, hard disk space of 100 megabytes, a processor, and all the other information is on here. This is also on the Aha Halo website. That's where I got this from. So this software is only available for computers, so there's no app to download. You can't use this on your mobile phone. You can't operate it from there. You have to operate it from your computer, but it's very, very easy to use. And if you're accustomed to using Spooky2, you're going to find this a walk in the park. This is very, very easy. So you just basically choose the programs you want to load and transfer them onto the AHA Halo through this software. So these are the ones that I've personally found success in. I use this one a lot, focus and clarity, especially when I'm doing any kind of work in which there's a lot of intensity. I usually use focus and clarity, and I find that very effective. I do find myself focusing a lot better. Do find, my thoughts flowing better with clarity. So I love this program, especially when I'm trying to be more productive and work through more intensive situations. I also have found this one to be helpful, the joint and the cartilage and collagen, which I don't use as much as I use a joint, but I have used them many times. The joint one is really helpful, especially when I'm doing something like hiking and my knees start to hurt. Then this one will alleviate the pain, like literally within seconds. It's crazy, actually. There was a time when I was walking and I had, I felt a bit of pain emerge in my right knee, and it was persistent. And then I thought, well, it's been there for about 10 minutes, so why don't I just turn? I had the AHA Halo with me. I usually take it everywhere. So I was like, I'll turn it on to the joint program. So I did. And it went within the first few seconds, and I'm not making it up. It was crazy. And then my mom was actually walking with me at the time, and she has ongoing pain in her joints. So I asked her to tell me if she's felt any difference. And in fact, she noticed it first. So she said to me that, because I told her I changed the program, and then she said to me first that, oh, the pain's gone. And then I said, oh, yeah, mine's gone too. But it was only when I paid attention that I realized that, yes, my pain's gone. Because mine was more mild anyways. It wasn't, really, really bad pain that I was focusing on it or noticing it consciously, but hers was worse than mine. So we just noticed that it went within a few seconds, and I thought that was absolutely remarkable. And I thought when I do this webinar, I have to mention that because it was amazing. I've also used glowing and figure. Now I put them in like similar categories, like the same line, because they're both under the beauty. I think I can't remember what the name of that category is, but it's like beauty or something like that. And so glowing is for the skin. And I found, now I don't know if this is a coincidence, but I found that when I had this on, and it's a really long program, both of these are quite long. They're about 6 hours, more than 6 hours each. Some of them are really short. So the joint one I think is about an hour and a half, something like that. Cartilage and collagen. The proteins are very short programs. So collagen, which is a protein, is short. Cartilage, which is obviously not protein, it's a connective tissue, but that's also a short program. Glowing is a long program, but I've noticed that when I have this one playing, when I go out, yeah, I feel that there's a little bit more positive attention. So I don't know if that's a coincidence, but I have noticed that with this program. People just being more kind and helpful and that sort of thing. With figure, I can't really say much right now because I don't have a problem with weight anyway. I'm within the healthy weight range, but I have used it a few times. And yeah, I'm sure it's helping as well. I think it'll be more, these things are more noticeable if you have an issue that you're dealing with, and then you run the program and then you see a change. If you don't have an issue and you're running something, then you won't necessarily see a change, but it doesn't mean that it's not working. Sinus and nasal 100% works, and I've seen loads of people mention this one and say that they have seen an immediate effect. This definitely works. Sometimes just out of the blue, suddenly my nose will just get sensitive. And if I run this, yeah, it works within minutes. Within 5 minutes, I see a change. And I definitely see it calm down. It's amazing. This one, shoulder neck discomfort. I have ongoing issues with my neck. It's not bad like it used to be. So it used to be debilitating many years ago, but I figured out a way to not allow myself to get back into that place again. So it's not, it's like light pain now, light discomfort, because I don't let it get so bad. But I do have weakness in my neck that I'm constantly working on. So I find that the shoulder and neck discomfort program works a treat for that. So if you have, a bit of an achy neck or achy shoulders, this works very, very well, very effectively. Nerve and neuropathic disorder is, I've run these on my mum, and she definitely feels relief having these running. Again, you don't necessarily have to have them running for a long time. You don't have to have them on loop. If you see that you are feeling a difference or that problem has resolved, then you don't have to have it running on loop. So for example, like I said, the glowing and figure programs are really quite long. They're 6 hours. So I wouldn't run that more than once each because they're quite long. But if you have, really severe nerve pain, or if you have neuropathic disorders and you find it helpful that you find these programs that are alleviating those pains, then you could try leaving it on loop for a longer period of time if you find that when you stop, it comes back again. So with the negative energy feel good programs, wow, these are so, I'd say definitely, the feel good is such a game changer. I definitely feel like I go through moods. I'm a Cancerian as well, so that doesn't really help. So I definitely feel, whoops, I definitely feel better when I run this program. And I live in a country where, I live in the UK, it's very grey and cloudy here. That can really affect your mood as well. Running this is amazing. I definitely feel better. Again, all of these changes are subtle. I won't say I suddenly perk up. It's not like that. It's kind of subtle. You just find that, oh, feeling quite optimistic now. I feel good. I feel like I've just watched, a film that has raised my spirits, a good feel film, That's how it feels to run these programs. And negative energy is amazing. Some of the testimonials that I've heard about this are incredible. There was someone who said that they ran the negative energy and then they noticed that someone who is perpetually difficult around them did not bring any of that negative energy when they had this running. And I thought that was so interesting. Digestion is another one that really helps me because I have a couple of food intolerances. I find that digestion is also a game changer. It really helps. Especially if I don't want to take, I do have digestive enzymes. And sometimes if I don't feel like taking that, I will just run this. And even if you have both together, it's even more effective. Very good program again. Pineal is a new one that I tried maybe 2 times because this one was released, I think, just about a week ago. Well, it updated on my software in the last few days, but I think it was released a bit before that. I just didn't update my software until about a week ago. So I've had this one running maybe 2 or 3 times, and I can't say I've noticed anything major yet. I don't think I've run it enough times to know, but again, because I am already very intuitive, if this does make a change, it will help those who maybe are not as intuitive. I feel that my pineal gland is already quite sharp, but for some people, this will be very helpful. And then solfeggio, song of the spine, these are good as well. They're centering, they're calming. They also help with things like sciatica. I know someone ran this one, Song of the Spine for sciatica, and found it really helpful. And then I have tried Good Luck and Wealth Luck. And I can't say whether, because I consider myself to be lucky. Like I have a perspective on my life where I consider myself to be very blessed. I look at those that are less fortunate and I always remind myself of my place. I'm like, well, I could have easily have been in another continent in the world and be starving to death, right? So that's how that's my worldview. So I don't generally consider myself to be unlucky. So again, because I'm not in that frame of mind anyway, I can't say for sure if this has helped, but I do run them from time to time, especially if I'm feeling more in a negative mood, then I will run them. And I don't know. I can't tell you yet, but I know some people have said that they've had some interesting experiences using both of these programs where they've had better luck and they've had money come out from the blue, and there was someone who said that he gave it to his acquaintance or friend to use in a restaurant. She was a waitress, and she got so many tips, which was very unusual for her, by running the Wealth Look program. She had it around her neck when she was on duty, and she got many more tips than she otherwise would. So there we go. That's a testimonial. So top tips for daily use, I would say short, consistent sessions are the best. Choose a program that's based on your goal. So if you have an issue with your neck, for example, run the shoulder and neck program. Use in a calm, distraction-free space. Combine with breathing, meditation, or hydration. By the way, just to come back to this first one, when I wrote that, what I meant is, so generally it's the recommendation by AHA Halo is not to run this overnight. It's best to turn it off overnight so that your system can recalibrate and take a break from the scalar energy and integrate the changes that are happening at nighttime. So they recommend that you run it throughout the day. However, if you find that you're getting benefit from running something on loop repetitively, then you can do that. I have actually asked them if it's possible to have a playlist where you can, select a number of programs at the beginning of the day, for example, and then they can just play one after the other. Or even if we could have a way to modify that further, where we can choose the number of times that a specific program would play, then that would also be really helpful. But I'm sure they're looking. They said they're looking into that. So if not, then you can do it manually anyway. I have to say though that the benefits of this device definitely are worth every single penny that you pay for it. That's been my experience. I think it's absolutely incredible what it can do. You can journal effects over time, so you can see how you're getting on with it. You can write down what programs you're running, and then anytime you notice a change, you can write that down and document it if it helps you to see how effectively it's working, or just to monitor your own healing journey. And then some practical hacks that I found, because a few people mentioned that they lost their device. And obviously that must be very, really difficult, really heartbreaking to do that. So I've noticed, I think I'm just going to stop sharing for a second so you can see me. Right, let's go back to that video. Can you hear it now? Can you hear that now? Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much to the person who shared that. Sorry, I didn't catch your name, but whoever shared that, that was really helpful. Thank you. Sorry. Why did that stop? There we are. Now you watched it. Isn't that amazing? Oh, Simone. Wow, that's amazing. You can actually feel it. Wow. For me, I can normally feel frequencies and things in my hands, but not in my whole body, like in that sensory way. I can't do that, but that's amazing if you can. That is amazing. Okay, someone did tell me how to do this. So click on the video button in the bottom left drop down menu to effects. Okay, thank you so much for this help. Right. Okay, so I've unticked that. So now I'll stop sharing. Perfect. Okay, so here's my AHA Halo. I was showing you tags, scatterbrained at the moment. This is because I'm not running the focus program. Right, so these are the tags. Now I just got some cheap ones off Temu, but I'm sure you can get, like, yeah, fancier ones if you want to. But they come like this. I'll just show you. So it's like that. And then each one looks like that. So you can stick that um, onto your AHA Halo if you want to. I'm still going to figure out how I'm going to do that, or if I will do that. I'm not sure yet, even though I did buy it for this, but I might end up using it for my keys or something, because I don't know if I want to stick something onto this. But anyway, I've just turned it on. And so what you can do with this AHA Halo is, there is a light, which you can't really see in the camera, but there is a light there where the logo is. If you want to turn that light off to save the battery life, then you can just press this right arrow button twice and then keep hold of the top button. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't see that in the camera. I don't have a great laptop camera at the moment. But yeah, that's done now. So I've turned that light off. Now you can see it, can't you? You couldn't see it before because of the light. So it had light, and then I pressed the right button twice and kept hold of the top button, and that turned it off. That will save your battery life. It's great. And now if I want to change programs, then I normally prefer to use a down button, because when you use the top button, the up button, then the light can come back on if you keep pressing it. So if you want to bring it back on, you just press it twice, or keep hold of this, and then it will come up. I think you keep hold of it, sorry. Yeah, so I prefer to use this one. And these are just some of the programs that I've got on here. So if I want to run one now, so I've got this one, heavy metal cleansing. Now if I click the right button, it's now turned on, and you can see the timer go down. This one's 39 minutes. Now if I want to stop it, press that button again, and now it's stopped. You also see a difference in the color of that symbol in the middle when it's playing versus when you're just flicking through programs. So yeah, that's how you can see. You can have up to 30 programs, so you can swap them out. If there are some that you want to load onto here, you can sacrifice a couple to get those on here. And then to turn it off, you just keep hold of that and it turns off. So now it's turned off. The right button to turn it off. Now, for the accessories, you can buy, I bought this bag with it, and the bag is actually quite cool. To be honest, I don't use it very much anymore, because I'll tell you why in a minute, but this is a bag that comes with it, and you can put your AHA Halo in there, and there's a magnet there that clips this shut, that pocket shut, and then there is a button there that you can open, and then it's got so many more pockets, and they say that you can put your passport in there. Your cards can go in this one. So you can see there are slots there for cards, like debit cards, credit cards, etc., ID cards. And this is a full pocket as well, so you can actually put other things in there other than cards. And then you've got this zip pocket, mesh pocket, and there's a pocket at the back. And all the pockets are really deep as well, as you can see. But the reason I don't use this is because I just don't like things around my neck that much. So I try to avoid things around my neck, or if I need to go out, then I normally need more space than just what's in here. So I have used this when I've gone out. I just find that for myself personally, I just don't use it as much, but it's a really good utility bag. It's a good utility bag, and it comes with this string, which I've now, just for the purposes of this demo, for the first time I've used it on just the AHA Halo on its own, because normally I keep this attached to the bag. So you would attach the hoops onto these bits at the end to then wear that around your crossbody, would be crossbody. These are the clips that you can unclip and clip onto the bag. It also comes with this loop. So there is a loop there that you can see, which I've looped into the strap. And this part, you just take it through one hole, bring it out the other, and weave that in. And then, yeah, you can wear this around your neck after that. So I'm not going to do that. I don't know what I've done with it, but actually, I probably will show you. So yeah, you can just wear that around your neck, and then you can adjust the strap using this button there. So if you want to make it longer, then you can. And you can see it goes very long. So if you have a very long torso, you'll have no problem. It's a very long, very long strap. So that's what I want to show you there. And I wanted to show you this. So I got this again off Temu really cheaply. And this has got a pocket there in which you can put the halo. So that goes like that. And then you can close it. Well, I normally would not have this part, but I'm just trying to save time, so I don't want to waste your time. But I would not have this. I would take it off, or I would tuck it inside the pocket, but that's going to take me some time. And then you can just wear it on your wrist, or if you want to slide it up to your shoulder, you can do that. Then you have it on yourself all the time. And I like that it's quite thin, and so is a bag. It's quite thin material. So, but this is really durable. It's a durable material, and so is that one. I think that's durable enough to handle long wear, durable wear. But the benefit of having it in something that's a thin fabric is that it can then breathe and it doesn't get hot. Not that it normally gets hot. I have felt it get warm before, but it doesn't normally get hot. And then normally when I want to recharge it, I will charge it overnight using this wire that comes with it. This comes with it. And when you're using the AHA Halo with the software, then you have to use this one and not just any ordinary USB-C cable, because you need to download programs, and this is better at doing that than other USB-C cables that are not designed for downloading. So yeah, that comes with it. Is there anything that I missed? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to show you. If we go back to the presentation, we'll just finish that off. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you found this somewhat helpful. And feel free to connect with me on Instagram. I've now updated my Instagram page a little. I'm going to be adding more on it. So feel free to scan that QR code and keep in contact. If you have any product inquiries, email support@ahaharmony.com. And if you want any coaching about any of these amazing frequency devices, you can contact me at sundas.chohan@gmail.com. Right, let's have a look. Have you put them in the Q&A or have you put them in the chat? Let's have a look at the Q&A. How do I create? Yeah, you can't create a playlist at the moment, Jean. So let's see. Is it okay to use it? Yes, you can use a Halo all day. Yeah. Program keeps getting stuck on my computer. Oh, wait, sorry, I just realized I want to show you something else. Do you know where to get more information? So let me just show you live. Okay, sorry, just 1 second. Screen, let's do screen share. Okay, so if you go to the website, okay, here, you'll find more information. So you can find the healing programs here, the software download. To get the software, you'll need to click on this one under the programs tab. And to get description of the programs, you can click on this. And then there are more resources and information on the other tabs. But if we were to go on program description, then you get all the information about each program in this PDF document. Here on page 4 and 5. So it says that abdominal discomfort helps address abdominal cramping and bloating, supporting natural digestive ease. And then it's got descriptions for all of the rest of them. I did actually ask AHA Halo a few questions already about these programs, so I'll just share what they told me. I asked about heavy metals and which metals they include, and they said that it helps the body to expel the heavy metals rather than focusing on specific metals. So it's a bit different to Spooky2. And it's the same thing with the vitamins and minerals, that it's not actually, it's not emulating the molecular weight of vitamins and minerals. It's just helping your body to absorb vitamins and minerals better. So it works a bit different to Spooky2 in that respect. Did I ask? I think I asked something else. Just need to look at the programs. Oh yes, I asked about the thicker hair for women. I said, does that also help with reversing grey hair? And they said that it's not really designed to do that. Might be a byproduct of the program, but it's not designed to do that. Was there anything else? Yeah, I think that was it from here. But yeah, you can see all the different categories here, the energy pathways. I know some people have asked questions about this too, and if there is a right or wrong way to do this. One of the programs, I'm not sure if there's one that says full body cleansing. And that one includes a lot of what's in the individual programs for cleansing. So that will be somewhere else. But yes, you can see there's a lot on there. And this is updated, this information. There it is, it's on cleansing. Yeah, this information is kept updated. I noticed that the pineal program was on this PDF as well. So yeah, it's an amazing device. Would totally recommend. Now I'm going to have a look at the questions again. 1 second. Just go back to that last slide so you can see the details. Okay, I'm going to take some questions again. Right, page for categories of programs. Print is very small and hard to read. Yeah, that's a question for AHA Halo. Right, I think that's about it. I'm not seeing anything. Oh wait. Nope, there are questions. Okay, is Halo less effective if kept in the pocket during daily activities? It depends what you're using it for. If you're using it for meditation and you're running programs from the spiritual well-being category for that, then I would say yes, it's less effective. Depends what you're using it for. If you're just using it for, like I give the example of joint pain, and I was out in the public. I definitely was not in a calm, quiet space. I was out in the hustle and bustle, and it helped me within seconds. 2 people are sitting next to each other with units. Will they interfere with each other? Good question. I don't know the answer to that. I don't believe that they will. Scalar is, I don't know. I don't want to answer that question, actually. I'm not sure, Leonard. Good question. How do I run a program only once? Mine's in loop and I have to set a timer on my phone. You have to manually stop it, Julie. How far away from the halo should the cards be for them not to be off? Oh, I didn't show you the cards. I knew I forgot something. Yeah, 3 cards come with a device. So what they told me is that you can have the cards within the 3 foot perimeter for them to be imprinted by the AHA Halo. So if you have the Halo running in the vicinity of the cards on a different program, then the program that's on the cards can be overwritten by what's running on the Halo. I personally imprint using the Halo touching the cards. So I just rest the Halo on top of the card when I'm imprinting. But yeah, what they've said to me is that it doesn't even, you don't need to have it so close. It will still imprint even if it's within that 3 foot distance. If you have an AHA Halo inside of a scalar field, will the AHA Halo frequencies be available throughout the scalar field? I don't know what you mean by that. Sorry, I don't understand the question. Gloria, how do I charge the cards? Okay, we've just discussed that. You don't mind saying? Oh, thanks. Aeropagia. No, I don't know what that is. Is that a medical term? It sounds like it. Can you tell me what that is? Also, body placements for each programs and presets. The scalar field works within 3 foot distance from it, so you don't need to worry about the body placement. Can we be concerned about the effectiveness of running the programs to each other? I don't know. I don't know if 2 people are using it. Do they interact? I'm not sure. Good question. I'll need to ask someone at AHA Halo about that. How do the cards work? The cards have been made with some nanotech material. I don't know any more information than that, but I know that there is a certain kind of material from which they're made, and that helps to hold in the energy longer than stickers would. But you still got to keep them away from water and from your phone. Trapped gas and air in the stomach. You can probably use the digestion program because it helps with that. Okay, I think TSA. So you can use AHA Halo in travel. My mom has taken it overseas and she had no problem at the airport. So you can take it. Right, I hope this helps everybody. I've gone through all the questions now. Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure if I missed anything, but I hope this helps. Oh my gosh, this is so much shorter than the Spooky2 2-hour courses that I've been doing. It's done. How long did it take? Under an hour, not bad. Oh, does anyone want to talk? Does anyone want to talk to me? 1 second, how do you do it? You have to unmute. If you want to say something, like with your voice, then I can unmute you. Just raise your hand. We'll take like 1 or 2 questions and then sign off. Does anyone want to do that? How would I even know actually? Oh, it would be here. Oh, 1 second, I see it. 8 people have raised their hands. Wow. That's great. Everyone wants to talk. We like having discussions here. Right, I'm going to go with the one that I can see at the top, which is Gloria. If you raise your hands for a while, sorry, I don't know. So I hope that's okay that we go with Gloria first. Right, so ask to unmute.
No, okay.
Hi, Gloria.
Question about your card. I'm still unclear about how to charge those cards. Do we put the Halo app on whatever program it is and then lay the card on top of the AHA Halo? And how long do we leave it there?
Yeah, that's how I typically do it, but you don't have to even have it on top. AHA Halo says that it just needs to be within 3 foot, but I prefer to have it close. So you just start the program with it sitting on the card and then have it run through the length of the program. And once it's done, then you can take it off. That's it.
Okay. And it doesn't matter how far away the person is who has the card.
Yeah, because this one doesn't work with your DNA. So this is not like Spooky2 remote work. This is different. This is more like the scalar. The only difference really between the Spooky2 Scalar and this type of scalar is that the Spooky2 Scalar, first of all, it has a lot more programs, so you can do a lot more with it. It's more versatile. But that one also has a biofeedback capacity, which this doesn't. So this is just, it's more like on the go healing. It's really accessible, really helpful. I think it's very effective.
And
But
then you said, like, if it runs through the program, so if I gave it to my brother, for instance, who was having, like, I wanted focus and clarity, does he keep it on his, like, net within 3 yard or 3 feet, like 24/7?
what does he, it depends what he needs it for.
It's for, he has focus and clarity. He has issues with memory.
He has issues with memory, then I would recommend he uses a memory program and just keeps it running for hours on end each day, but to turn it off at nighttime.
Okay, take it away or take the card away, because you can't really turn off a card.
Using the card, yes. So with the card, he can just keep it on him.
So there's a memory. Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah, he doesn't need to take that away at nighttime. It should be fine.
Okay,
Yeah, hope that
thank
helps.
you.
Okay, well, let's take one more. Right, I'm gonna take this one from James McDonald. How's that worked? Whoops.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi, James.
Hi, how are you?
Well, right, thanks. How are you? Oh, what's happened?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sorry about that. I think I did something by accident.
Okay. Two questions. So the aerophagia is the trapped gas or air. It's like occurs like in the stomach or top of the stomach. And can you use the imprinting stickers with the halo? Because I know you can use it with Spooky2 imprinting. But I was wondering if you can use it with the halo.
Yeah, theoretically you can, but the cards would be better because it would hold it, the frequencies longer. Why would you not want to use the cards?
Oh no, I had stickers as well, so I just wanted to know if you can use both.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, okay. Um, and you said use the digestive
Digestion program.
digestion program. Okay. And I was wondering about placement on the body, like you said. So just put it wherever and just be like 3 feet within that.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to put it over your stomach.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the two. Now, the rest of you have questions. You've got my email address. So if you, because there are a lot of people. Oh no, wait. Now there are a few people raising hands, but if you want, you can contact me on my email address, which is on the screen. And, we can book a session and I can help you one-to-one. We can do a short session or a long session. I'll send you further details. But I hope you found this helpful and I'll hope to see you in the next webinar. Thank you so much for joining.